Okay guys, you are with Michelle once again. Now, this is what we are going to attempt to do today. This is just going to be some homemade gravy. Now, I'll be honest with you guys, I tried this once, it didn't work out quite like it was supposed to, and I actually tried it last week. It worked out perfectly, but what happened, I love my food a little spicy, so I had put some crushed peppers in it. And for whatever reason, I did the top like this, wasn't thinking, and then like half the container went into the gravy. But the people in the household, they tried it. They could tell that the gravy was good, but of course it was overpowered by the crushed pepper flakes. But anyway, we're gonna go ahead and try it. I'm gonna go ahead and start running my mouth, but I'm gonna go ahead and turn this on so the skillet can be heating up. Now I'm actually using a cast iron skillet to do this. Now if somebody taught me how to do it, or they showed me how to do it, but we're gonna see. I have no interruptions, nothing going on around me, so hopefully I can focus and this can be a success. Now, the skillet is on high. That's the main important thing. You want to get your skillet high. Now, right here, I do have a cup of flour. I may not use all of it, we'll see. And I got a half a cup of onions, may not use all of that. I got a little whisk here, a fork just in case for whatever reason, and I have some kosher salt, a little extra virgin olive oil, and of course crushed pepper flakes or crushed red peppers, and I just got some water. This is just like 2 cups just to start with, but of course if I need to add sinks there, I'll get more. Now, a lot of people, when they make their gravy, they usually use like a stock, or say for instance, even if I were to bake a chicken, the residual from the chicken, I could use that, you know, in place of the water. And you know, my grandma used to do it, and of course it tastes good like that. So, but I'm just working with what I got here. So, skillet once again is getting hot. It's on high. This is a heavy duty one. I wish I had one a little bit smaller, but unfortunately I don't have one right now. So, want to get that skillet hot, and I'm going to put the flour in first, because what I want to do is brown the flour. That's the key objective. Now y'all got to work with me. Now like I said, the last time I did it worked out perfectly fine, but then I screwed it up with the pepper flakes. The first time I did it, it was a disaster. And I also checked to make sure that the smoke detector is working and whatnot too as well. So we'll see. Now I'm gonna go ahead, hopefully you guys can see, I'm gonna go ahead and just sprinkle just a little bit of the flour just evenly over the pan. I kind of want a good fit, so let me just work with this first. So like I said, the skillet's still getting hot. It's not quite there yet, but it's getting there. Shouldn't be much more longer, so I'm gonna go ahead and take the whisk, just start doing this like such. Like I said, I started off with a cup. May not even need that much, but I don't know. I mean, me personally, especially if I'm eating rice, white rice, I like a lot of gravy on it, because I don't really like white rice, but of course if I put the gravy on, I'm going to eat it. And then if you're having some chicken, or even if you want to smother some chicken or pork chops or whatever. Now I smell it starting to get a little brown. I hope this is not too much flour. I can always put that back, but I think this is good. I might add just a little bit more. I don't want to get too far in deep that this stuff just gets out of control, but we'll see. I try my best to get in the kitchen as much as I can, because eating out is just not good. At least if you cook it from home, you know what you're getting. Now, I don't know if y'all can see, but it's starting to smoke a little bit. I'm gonna turn it down just a little bit, because I really want to. I don't think this is working, so let me go back to this. Y'all know what? I'm gonna grab me a spoon. That's why I said it's all about getting in the kitchen, jumping around, getting what you need. See, it's kind of getting brown there. I don't know if you guys can see it a little bit. I think with this, it's starting to smell a little bit too. I'm gonna turn it on down. You guys see the smoke right? This right here is something you really got to work with. And when I say work with it, you gotta work with it quick. Move your pan around if you have to, just keep it from sticking. See, in the middle here, for whatever reason, it's getting really, really dark. So I'm going to have to really keep an eye on that. Yeah, you see it there? Bring it up close. So that flour's getting brown. I hope this worked, guys. Like I said, it's all about learning. I got time on my hands. I like to get in the kitchen and just do different stuff. Kind of mash it around. Just keep it moving, guys. But right now it's on me. I'm gonna go ahead and kick it back up a notch because I feel like I got control over it. Now it was getting out of control a little bit. But this center piece right here is getting really brown on me, so just keep stirring. And as you stir, just kind of mash it. Mash that flour. A lot of people use butter. But like I say, I have the kosher salt, the extra virgin olive oil, and the crushed pepper. So at some point, I'm gonna put a little olive oil in here. Getting a little concerned about this center part, but maybe I'll turn it back down a little bit. Now see, the flour was white, of course. Bring this back over here. See, I don't know if you guys can kind of see it, but it's getting dark there. I guess that's where the brown gravy comes in there. Guess that makes sense, huh? Sorry for that noise, y'all, but you know what? That's what you gotta do. You gotta make it work. Now, I don't have the water. I'm gonna go ahead and put a little oil in there. Just a little bit. Especially in that center. Not too much. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and continue the same thing. See, normally, people talk about drippings. I'm assuming it's still the oil that put the drippings in. So, now it's starting to clump up. I'm gonna turn it up just a little bit. And now I'm gonna go ahead and add some water. I'm gonna whisk it as I put it in there. So, but be careful. It's clumped up, so I may need more water than this because this actually was a lot of flour. So I don't know. This thing might yield maybe like 3 cups. See how clumped it is? I'll show you guys right here. Clumped up. We're gonna turn it up a little bit. Kind of let that do its thing real quick. Hold on, guys. I've got some more water to put in there. I'm gonna go ahead and add some onions. Like I said, this was a half a cup. I would just put all them in there. I love onions. It won't hurt. And I think just a little bit more oil. Okay. And let's go ahead and add a little kosher salt. Good there. Let's go ahead and put some, well, you don't have to do this. I'm just gonna put some crushed peppers in there. And this time I got it right. I got the holes in it. I'm not taking a whole lid. I don't know what I was going through. It's not really coming out. But we don't need a little bit. Only need a little bit. Now, go ahead and start with my spoon again and just start to kind of go in there. Break it down a little bit. Get those sides. Well, I wish I had some chicken stock. That would be great. So it seems like with this job right here, it's constantly just stirring, watch. Do not walk away from this. Now, I'm going to go ahead, I didn't tell you this guys before, but I'm going to go ahead and put a little black pepper in it. Turn it down just a little bit, starting to bubble. A little black pepper, I think that's good enough. Now, got my whisk. Go ahead and start whisking. Might be all right. Look like it. I think the consistency on this is rather thick. So with that said and done, I'm probably going to add a little bit more water to it. And don't hesitate, you can go back and forth. Use whatever you got to do to make it work. Use a spoon to get it down here. I'm just going to start mashing some of these out. Got this little whisk here. I don't know where my roommate got this from. It's all right, but I rather wanted a little while because I couldn't find it. So once again, you got to use what you got. Yeah, see, it's real thick. So I'm gonna go ahead and add some water. There you go. And usually, you add the water, you gotta add a little bit more salt. Tad bit more black pepper. And like I said, guys, I don't really have measurements. I can only tell you guys what I start off with, but it's all about the eyeball. You gotta just eyeball stuff now. Because if you think about it, a lot of times when we go out, a lot of times when we go out to these restaurants and eat, when we bring our food home, we wind up souping it up again anyway, you know, to our satisfaction. So this was on medium. I'm gonna turn it back up halfway to high. Let me go ahead and change this spoon out. Grab another spoon. Whisk it a little bit more. I was wondering if I maybe should put some butter in here, but I guess that's all right. I don't have to do all that. This should start cooking a little bit faster in a minute. Just keep whisking it. Looks like it's turning out all right, guys. Seems like it anyway. I just get in sometimes and just do stuff. I watch people do things and I get in and add my own little flair to it. If I'm not mistaken, if I remember correctly, as I was growing up, my grandma, both of them actually, still living, they used to put eggs in it. Take a boiled egg and dice it up and put it in it. Yep, I learned a lot from my grandmothers. Taught me a lot. They used to actually try to make me get in the kitchen when I was younger. Didn't want to, and I think once I got on my own, I just started actually doing it. So I guess it paid off. Well, it did pay off because I'm able to, you know, cook for myself. I very seldom go out. I used to go out a lot, but I don't do that anymore. So I try to, you know, do different things at home. At least you know what you're getting nowadays. Just don't know. You pass by a restaurant, you got a person working in the restaurant outside smoking with their apron on, and you know they went back inside the restaurant with that apron on. Just don't never know. Now this is actually looking pretty good, guys. Turn it down and start up a little bit, and it's getting thick. If you guys can, still a little clumpy though. Y'all see that? But if I had some crumbled ground beef, that'd be good. Put a little bit more water in here. Guys, bear with me. It is almost there, I think. Cook a little bit. Now what I'm gonna do, now I always have a habit of doing this. A lot of times when my stuff well, when my food actually gets ready, I'm already full because I tasted it and did this and did that. But I am going to taste this just to see if it may need a little bit more salt. So bear with me, please. You guys, I think that's pretty good. It's not bad at all. But the only thing I'm going to do is make sure I get the rest of these clumps out of here. But it has enough salt in it. It has enough pepper. I could, however, put some more pepper flakes in it. Like I said, I love spicy. You don't have to do this, but I love spicy food. Now, when I taste it, like I said, it tasted good, but I did taste it needs to cook a little bit more. Like I said, as far as getting the lumps out, but I still taste that onionry, so I want the onions to kind of cook through a little bit more to get a little bit more flavor. But other than that, guys, it's actually there. I did pretty good. I'm on a roll today. Woohoo! I just want that to cook. Now, guys, I tell you what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna turn this off. I'm gonna give this about 5 minutes, and I'm gonna come back to this. Okay, I'm gonna give it 5 minutes. I'm gonna come right back to it. Okay, guys, bear with me. Okay, guys, I'm back. As you can see, I don't know if you guys can see that, but I think it's pretty good. It still has a few little clumps in it, but hey, I'm not perfect. I tried to cook it. I think it's all right. It'll work. The only thing I can do is cook it again, and hopefully it gets better. But what I will do, I'm gonna go ahead and just put a little bit in here. I just want to try it. I think it's good. I think it's okay. Maybe just a little bit more salt, but I think it's okay. Now, this is gonna get a little messy, but I'm gonna go ahead and just take it and just pour it in this container here. Like I said, guys, I'm using what I got. See that there? Got those onion chunks in it and just a few other clumps. It's not perfect, but it's okay though. See that there? All right. There you have it. I tasted it. And there's the gravy. And like I said, guys, it was pretty yummy. Hold on 1 second, guys. Okay, guys, I hope you enjoyed my gravy segment. Just to go over the steps again, I just used a cast iron skillet. I got the skillet really hot. I started off with a cup of flour, but I didn't use all of it. Like I said, I eyeballed it, and basically I just covered the skillet lightly with flour. I also had some kosher salt, or you can use sea salt or just regular salt, crushed peppers. I had some black pepper that I incorporated toward the end, and also some extra virgin olive oil. So basically, like I said, once again, I took the skillet, got it really hot, took the flour that I started with, that 1 cup, didn't quite use all of it, and just, well, yeah, I'm sorry, guys, I forgot, I started off with a half a cup of onions as well. I did use all of those, though. But anyway, got the skillet really hot, put the flour in it, took my whisk back and forth from the whisk to the fork, trying to, just keep it turned, keep the flour just rotated. And on occasion, I had to go back down to medium because it was getting too hot, getting out of control. And then once I got it under control, I took the heat back up to high, midway, medium to high, and then to high. So basically, it was just a lot of adjustments there as far as the temperature and whatnot. But I think the key thing is just to keep the flour, just keep turning it so that it doesn't burn. So once the flour began to brown and whatnot, once it got that brown consistency, then I went ahead and I added some olive oil, just a little bit. Maybe start off with maybe like a teaspoon, and just start to whisk it. Automatically, it's going to be clumped. So once that happens, of course, I added some water, and I started off with 2 cups, and then I had to go ahead and add more. So it really just depends on if you want your gravy, thick or thin. I like mine, just a little, not watery, but like wet, not thick either, because gravy is So once that happened, I whisk it in, try to keep the lumps out of it, and then added some sea salt, some black pepper, and of course crushed peppers, and I put my onions in as well. And just kept, just whisking it together, just keep going over and over and over again. I mean, you'll see the consistency that you want. I mean, you don't want it lumpy, so you have to just keep whisking. And if you have to, you can go from your whisk back to your fork, your whisk back to your fork. That's what I did, and it worked out okay. Now, about midways through, when I thought that it was done, I tried it, and it had the flavors. I think the seasonings were there. It's just that I noticed that it still had that strong oniony taste to it, so I wanted to still continue to cook, and that's when I put you guys on hold for about 5 minutes so it can kind of cook down. And then once I tried it again, it was okay. It's perfect. Like I said, I did some mashed potatoes, so I have that, and then I have some pork chops. I can put the gravy on top of that if I want to, and that's about it. So from that point, I took it, put it into a container, and I just went into the pantry and got this. So I just poured some in there so you guys can see it. So if you want to show out a little bit, and when you have some company, you can put a little container like that, just kind of drizzle over there. They'll think you're doing something. But anyway, that's it right there. But that was it, guys. Like I said, that would be my third time trying it. First time it sucked. The second time I put too much crushed peppers in it because I wasn't paying attention. The flavor was there, but it was just overpowered by this. But you can pretty much add what you want to. Like I said, a lot of times people, if they fry pork chops, or they call it the drippings off of the meat, you can use that instead of the water. And I'm almost positive you'll get a whole lot better taste than just using water and whatnot. But this worked out. Didn't take that long. I was focused when I was doing it, and I think it worked out. So I encourage you guys to try it. Once again, I'm gonna start trying to just show you guys what I do. I'm not perfect with it, but it's like I said, once again, I don't have all the fancy gadgets and this and that and the other, but it's all about what works. You know what I'm saying? And for me, it's just trying to, if I want gravy, I don't have to go to Popeye's Chicken or Church's to get it. I can just do it at home. At least I know what I'm getting. So I'm not gonna take any more of you guys' time. You guys, get a chance, check it out. Fry you some chicken, make you some gravy, ladle over it, mashed potatoes, even some rice, and this and the other. But guys, I enjoyed you guys. You guys have a great rest of the day. Good evening. Be good to yourselves. Be good to one another. And until next time, guys, happy eats.